If you're planning to apply for a visa in 2025, you need to watch this video all the way until the end. New interview rules are coming. This is going to impact visitor visas, work visas, and immigrant visa applicants applying for green cards. All of you will be impacted by these new rules coming in April 2025. In this video, I'm going to talk about what these rules are, why they're important, and not knowing these rules will definitely result in denial of your visa application in 2025. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, I'm going to give you the full details of the new upcoming visa interview changes coming up in April of 2025. As I mentioned before, they're going to impact tourists who are applying for visas, workers applying for H-1B, L visas, O-1 visas, and any other work visa, as well as immigrant visas, those of you applying for green cards and will be attending interviews. These upcoming changes are going to be impacting all these categories. And I'm going to break down all these different changes, all these different categories, and what you need to know to make sure that you're not going to fail your visa interview in 2025. So please watch this video all the way until the end. So if you're planning to apply for a visa in 2025, new interview changes are coming up in April of 2025. The reason why these changes are happening, it's all part of Trump's new policy to create better vetting, stricter guidelines, and minimize who can actually get a visa at those interviews. We already know that consular officers are being trained right now to be more strict, to be more aggressive with applicants. And these latest changes are going to make it even more complicated for applicants to apply for visas because of technicalities. One of these changes that are going to be impacting coming up in April of 2025 is that, for example, when you apply for your visa, you have to use form DS-160. This is a form that you use to apply for a tourist visa, for a work visa, and many other non-immigrant visas. Now, one of the changes that are going to come up in April is that the barcode, that your DS-160 barcode has to match exactly the barcode that you use when you make the appointment online. Even minor discrepancies could force you to restart the application again online. Similar changes could be coming again in April, applying to form DS-260. This is the form that we use to apply for an immigrant visa, things like that. Also, requirements when you log in and try to update the form are also going to become more strict, specifically when you're applying for immigrant visas. But right now, these first changes are going to be impacting most of the non-immigrant visa applications, specifically use form DS-160. Now, why this barcode change is super important? Because imagine most people are not even paying attention to this. And before this change, you can come back, have a different form when you apply for the application. You can always update it before. And this was the case for years. But if and when this change becomes effective, failure to match the barcode to the one you use when you apply for the visa, not only going to result in denial and getting you to restart again, but imagine if you have to wait for another appointment for another 2 weeks, 3 months, depending where you come in the world, it's going to be a major inconvenience for those people that are not going to be aware of these changes. Another change is that applicants now must upload digitally all supporting documents, financial documents, all documents to proving the eligibility of the visa. These will have to be uploaded digitally before your interview. Now, these documents must be uploaded to your online portal at least 72 hours before the interview. You're not going to be able to change anything within those 72 hours. So remember, now you can bring additional documents to the interview. Right now, with these new changes, you'll have to upload everything to this portal 72 hours before your interview. Another thing that they're changing right now is that the State Department is now requiring 2 years of travel history, especially when you're applying for a tourist visa. But in some also work visas, you're going to need to upload proof of 2 years of travel history. Previously, we only had to prove 1 year of travel history in our documents and in the forms. The other thing they want to see is 5 years of your social media profile. So for example, if you were a radical extremist 3 years ago, then you change your ways, they're still going to go back 5 years under these new rules. In addition to that, both for work applications and for tourist visas, they're going to increase the requirement of home country ties. Already now, they're obviously requiring it now, but that requirement is going to become even more stricter and it's going to be more complicated for people to be able to get those non-immigrant visas. We predict that with these changes happening in April, you're going to see increase of 20 to 25% in rejections and denials in most non-immigrant visas. And also 30 to 40% increase in processing times of these visas. So let's try to summarize some of these changes that I just mentioned to you. Number one, barcode changes requirements. The barcode on your DS-160 that you're going to use for your appointment must match the same number that you use on your online system when you book the appointment. Any mismatch will result in denial and restarting your application. Number two, if the numbers are not matching, they will not even let you enter the building of the embassy. That's the instructions the guards are getting over there right now. So make sure no mismatches when you apply for those non-immigrant visas. Number three, if there's a mismatch, you'll have to reschedule your appointment right away. No forgiveness right there. In addition, you'll have to upload documents before the appointment, at least 72 hours before. As I mentioned, 5 years of social media accounts and 2 years of travel history. So who is affected by this? Number one, tourist visa applications. Number two, work visas, H-1Bs, L visas, O-1 visas, TN visas. Number three, immigrant visas, those applying for green cards and are attending visa interviews at U.S. embassies abroad. Why are they making these changes? They're saying that it's going to make the process of check-in and verification much more easy. And many applicants in the past had mismatched forms, which resulted in rescheduling, causing more delays for the U.S. embassy officers to process these applications. They're saying this is going to create a more streamlined system. We think it's going to create more like a vetting system where people are going to be getting denied if they're not reading instructions properly. What should you do right now? Double check your DS-160 form before going to the appointment. If there's a mismatch, refile. Do not attend your appointment with a mismatched form. If you miss these details, you will lose your interview and will result in your visa getting denied. Why is this super important for people who are applying for the first time? If you're applying for the first time, you have a clean record with immigration, with the State Department. If you follow the instructions properly, you'll have no problems. They will see that you are actually understanding what you need. You come prepared, all your documents in hand. And also, before you show up to the appointment, the officer probably have an idea whether to grant the visa or deny it. Again, similar updates will also be applicable for immigrant visas. We're still waiting for more information about what are the changes that they're going to be doing for appointments for immigrant visa interviews. Those people that are waiting from NVC to get their green card appointments, there might be changes to the DS-260 application, the form itself, the access to the system before the interview, and what documents you'll be uploading and when before the interview. So stay tuned on this channel. I'll update you as we have that information coming to us. Once again, remember, guys, if you're applying for non-immigrant visas, those changes are coming up next month. Be diligent, be confident, and be aware not to make any of these mistakes. Once again, thanks for watching my channel. If you need help with your immigration matter, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com. If you need help with your visa application, I'm here to help you. And also, if you're here for the first time, please give me a like and also subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on our next video.